So, we've got something a little bit different here. You will see from the title of the video that this is very much for a MTW-9 from Wolverine, but you're looking at these bags and thinking, those are MP5 mags. I have just brought this set from someone. These, don't worry about these, we're going to get rid of them. These will be going to a good home though. They will be used with my pistol and mag adapter. So I've got an AAP1 and also a SSP28 that will benefit from these. So don't worry, they're not going in the bin, they're not going to waste, but for this particular project, they're no good. These are the 120 round MP5 mags, and I've also gone and bought another 3 of those. So essentially, this is 75, these are 120. So they make much more sense for the MTW-9, but you're thinking, how's this going to work? And I will go over this with you. So basically, they have 3D printed mag adapters on the top. As you can see, they're not pretty, but they work. There's also a little upgrade for the feed tube. We'll have to work out which way this goes in. But yeah, I've been looking into this for a while, and I saw someone selling an MTW-9 with these modifications already done. And I asked if I could just buy those bits and the additional mags. And he was quite happy, got them for a great price. Obviously, these additional mags I will test in a bit, but they can go away for a sec. Yeah, as you can see, it's purely just a bit of 3D printed plastic. I'll show you these. They're a bit rough around the edges, but they work apparently. I haven't had a chance to test yet, but yeah, they do emulate the back of this mag quite well. As you can see, it looks like they shouldn't fit, but they genuinely really do. I have tried one in the mag already, and obviously doing this modification means I'm going to have to glue onto that part there. I'm going to have to glue it in permanently, so that does mean that this feed tube is now purely just for MP5 mags. However, when I want to go back to the original mags, I do have another advanced feed tube. These are hard to get hold of. I was extremely blessed to get this, and yeah, gonna keep that safe, keep it in my box of spares, and if I ever decide to go back to other mags, I will use that. Just to show you how it looks in the in the gun itself, in the Airsoft replica, sorry. It looks good. Like, that looks really good. Don't get me wrong, that mag also looks good in there, but that straight MP5 mag looks fantastic. I like it anyway, and as you can see, there's a little bit of wiggle, but the feed tube isn't in, so we'll give that the sort of shadow of the doubt for the moment, and see how we get on. And yeah, they are tight to get in and out, but they do work. Obviously, when you're in the field, just give it a quick tug, and you should be good to go. But yeah, it does work, and yeah, it's a fun little upgrade. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open this up and have a look at the inside and see how this should all sit together, and then we'll get the part on and then test. So essentially, this will come out. You'll then pop the pin there, and then that should all come out. So that's come off. That's the advanced feed tube that's in there at the moment. That's a Gen 1 advanced feed tube as well. So like I said, pretty rare, pretty hard to get hold of. So we need to essentially get this right first time. But I obviously do have the spare. So my thought is that it's going to go in like that with that bit to the front. And then obviously your mag is going to go in like that and feed. Obviously I won't push that one in because it's got BBs, but then it will sit like that in the weapon. So that just needs to be super glued in and then tested. As you can see, it does stay, but a slight knock. It's proving me wrong now. But yeah, it will eventually come on and off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop this out, and then we'll have a quick look at the bits on it. As you can see, comes out quite easy. This is the slide on, slide off one. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make sure that is the right way. And that does appear to be the right way. There's also some kind of cut in it. So I don't know what that's for. But what I'll do as well is I will make these available. They're not mine. I didn't 3D print them. The guide is online for it, for 3D printing them and exactly what you need. So yeah, that is all available. And then we can get you guys potentially, if this is something that you want, onto that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick a bit of, so I'm just going to make sure on that orientation just once more. Yep, so that's to the front and that slides in like that, and that's just how it works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bit of glue, stick it on, just your bog standard super glue, and I am going to then let it set for a bit. Don't have to do too much, so just front and back really. And then what I'm going to do is I've got a bit of rag here, a bit of tissue if needed, so that will then go there. I thought that might happen. Glue's gone everywhere. And we'll just wipe down any additional residue because we don't want to stick parts in permanently, and we just want to make sure that that feed tube is clean. I'm just having a look at it up in the light. There is no glue inside the feed tube, and then what we'll do is we'll press down for a good press tight fit, and that is already stuck, so that is good going. And now, like I said, that is super glue, so I will end up with it on myself and cleaning it off. And I've done that right, I believe. That goes in there, yep, like that. So I think that's going to be absolutely fine. And like I said, that will sit in there and then feed into the gun itself. So that is jam tight. It is slightly off. I would have liked to have got a better, a bit more straight, but I don't think that's going to be the end of the world. And if I have to, I will pick it off, clean it up, and go again. But I honestly think that's going to be fine. So yeah, what we'll do, we'll keep that pressed. I think we're good to go. I do have some of this stuff. I believe you can take glue off with that. If not, I've got some like acetones and stuff in and around the house. But yeah, I think that is already good to go. I think we're dry. So what we'll do there is just push that in. That doesn't look right. So that will be the other way around. Yeah, as you can see, that all lines up. And then, yeah, that's good to go. So that is not sticking anywhere there. And yeah, happy days. So that will then go back into there, which fits well, nice and easy. And then that is stuck. So that is not coming out anytime soon. Happy days. And then what we'll do, we will stick, we'll get rid of that because we don't need it. We will stick the bottom of this back. So as I do a lot of stuff off camera, and it's really not good because you guys want to see what's going on and what we're doing. So that goes in there, in that groove, and then comes out the bottom of the barrel. If you've got an MTW, you'll know that. If you haven't, hopefully these videos at least help and show you a bit of that sort of ecosystem and what it's about. The first one's in, and then the second one will just naturally do up. I can see in there that it's all secure, lovely. You can see it's slightly off center. I don't think that's going to be a problem, but we will check. Obviously, what I'll do as well, I'll get my bottle, which has got just over 3,000 psi in it, so plenty of stuff in there, plenty of air, sorry, stuff, good lord. So that's all connected up. I'll just sit that away, so they can go there for a minute, and then I'll stick that there. But yeah, like I said, I will stick all the information to these on the description, so you can go and get yours. This isn't me trying to keep it from anyone. Obviously, do this at your own risk. If you are going to do the change, try and get one of these as a spare, especially if you've got the what they call the Gen 2 or Gen 1. So basically, yeah, once you've done it, you've kind of done it and you're stuck with it. So there we go, mag in, and it's fed, as you heard. And there you go, it's nice and solid, even solid to the point that it pushes the mag in. So what we do, take it off safe. And that works absolutely fine. There is no problem with that at all. And then we'll just check. It does, a few BBs do fall out, so obviously do your mags properly, but to be honest, don't do your mags properly. Just fill them up as much as you can. Obviously now I've got 6 of these, and potentially 2 more to come, because I've got 6. I've got space for 8 SMG mags in my setup, in my rig. As you can see here, I've got 4 of them in they're the ASG ones, but 4 of these will also go in there very, very comfortably. So what we'll do, we'll stick those in. As you can see, they're really secure, really solid, but I can now go with 8 of those. So that's well over 800 rounds for an SMG. This is going to be used in CQB, so it's literally tap, tap, go kind of action. Or if I play at a more speedy type venue, perhaps Zmart, somewhere like that in the UK, I can get away with being heavy on the trigger, pre-firing corners, those kind of things, because that rule set's allowed there. So, you know, again, it's just using the gun to the best of its ability. As it's short, it's lovely. I have seen some amazing potential upgrades for this as well. Speaking of upgrades, I do have both of these buckins to try. The G&G Green and the Maple Leaf Super Macron 70. I was told that these were the go-tos. The community online said that the 70 is the go-to. Sorry, the G&G is the go-to. And then also when I popped in to see the guys at Super 5s, one of the guys there was try the Super Macron 70. I swear by it. So, you know, the guy knows his onions. He's really good with Wolverine products. So, you know, absolutely trust him and willing to give that a go. And as you can see, that just looks cool. It just looks good. I'm not going to lie. I'm happy with it. It looks smart, especially with those mags. Some may not agree, and that's completely fine. I'm more than happily have that discussion with you in the comments. But for what it is, a cheap, effective solution to get more rounds. It's not bad at all. And you can get all this, obviously, if you've got a 3D printer, you can do all this yourself at home, or pay someone to do it. There is potentially someone I know who will be doing these for me, and if you want that information can be passed on, or I can pass you on information to that particular person. But yeah, more than happy with the results of this. I'm now going to stick the other adapters onto these mags, and then I'm going to go and order an additional SMG pouch from Viper so I can carry them all. I'm going to look at getting an additional sort of chest rig as well, or chest rig setup, so I can just easily swap out between M4 and that, because there's nothing worse than having to swap out on game day a chest rig. So if you can just clip in, clip out, which you very much can do with the with this rig, I'm going to do that. I've got it in grey, and I don't really want to go through messing around with colour matching stuff, so I might just go out and buy another black one. I know, again, I harp on about them a fair bit in my videos, but Super 5s do sell quite a bit of Viper gear. You've also got Combat South that I know sell it, and plenty of places online, so yeah, not a problem at all. Yeah, I'm really happy with the results of that. I'm happy that it just worked first time, and even though I didn't glue it all that well, and it just has done what it needed to do. Obviously, like I said, I will put up the files, or a link to the files, because I don't have the files. You will need to pay for them. Well, not unfortunately, because obviously someone's done a great job here in getting us the ability to use these mags. So it's not unfortunate, it's just pay for a decent service, really, and go from there. But yeah, there's plenty of information on them. Obviously, this mod is for the ASG, but can be used on the MTW-9, because obviously it uses those mags. So there you go, there's another one. And then obviously I'll open this last one, and then that's six mags currently, and then I will go and get another 2, I think, and complete that pack. These mags are 12 quid. When you put them up against the EMP-9s, which are retailing when available, and I say when available because they're never available, they retail for around 26 quid. So, you know, if I can go and get 2 for 24, and they've got more capacity, then I'm going to do that every day of the week. So that is not a strong fit on that one, and that's fine. We won't use that one. I don't believe this is going to be a strong fit either. Oh, I don't know. That one may do. Have I got any more? No, but like I said, I can get more 3D printed. I will just speak to the person who's potentially doing my 3D prints for me and go from there. I can see why that's not sticking well, because the plastic's worn down there or not printed properly. So, you know, they're not all going to come out perfect, but, you know, they're kind of sticking. Maybe I could even super glue that so it just stays in place, but maybe I won't. you know, that one may hold fire for a bit, but yeah, they're not all going to be absolute perfection. Yeah, I can see that's worn a bit of the plastic away. But yeah, I hope that gave you a bit of an idea on this wonderful upgrade for the MTW-9. Proof of concept, show it works, to show you exactly what it is and how it works. Obviously, like I said, the BB retention isn't there, so you will end up losing BBs. And it's not great, but again, it's not the end of the world. So there's the BBs there in that mag. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I lost 8 BBs. I'm not gonna cry over that. Mainly play indoor CQB, so I don't use expensive BBs, to be honest. I use kind of 2 8s, maybe up to 3 2s, always tracers. So yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, that's probably going to be that for this video. So that's 5 definitely working, and I'm going to get on to the person that I know, send them over the files and get some more of those printed and get them delivered out to me, because I don't own a 3D printer at the moment. It's something I might do in the future. But yeah, that is MP5 mags in an MTW-9. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Obviously, please drop a like if you can. That would be absolutely amazing. Please drop a subscribe, because it's nice to see the channel growing, and hopefully I can bring more to the channel in sort of new guns, new ideas. There are plenty of video ideas coming. Some have been filmed already, and some I'm just waiting to finish off. So yeah, there's plenty of content up and coming. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video.